The offense set for a first down play. It'll be a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss.
Much penetration in the middle of the offensive line. And the offense has a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Extending the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's Garbers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here in the opening drive.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Looking left. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Back to pass, it's Card. Fires to the right. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Handoff from the shotgun. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They're working that left side. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Card. It's complete to the right. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a 1st down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now they'll run the draw. Adds it up to the 34.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense has... much, and they'll have it at the 43.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
Fires toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Card. He's got his man. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Harden. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On third down, going up top. Finds the big tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And off to Jones. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Harden. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Bruins will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Davis looking to pass. Gets it out fast. Touchdown UCLA! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really.
He wants to take the top off. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Purdue! And once he got loose, it was all over. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone. You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Now rolling to the left. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Davis will throw. Firing to the right, complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver... Incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, picked off. At the 35, he's loose. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Boilermaker! On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Louisville opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Davis looking to pass. Skips away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. And now it's 4th down. The Bruins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll run play action. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. One more snap coming before halftime. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Coming after him. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is you're
going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it in stride at the 15. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Purdue! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
He's going to take off. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
The option look. The pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They are in danger of squandering this great field position unless they can convert this 3rd and 5. He looks that one in nicely. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there, because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone, they're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. He'll come out throwing on first down. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This time on target. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Davis will throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Got his man. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to the air one more time. He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the grab at the 20. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll give it to the back. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, them and making the back.
Going for it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Trying to get back in this game with that last score. It's a 13-point game as they're set to kick off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Using his legs, it's McCoby. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
It's complete to the left. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boilermaker! They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Davis looking to pass. Now improvising. He'll let one go down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. Smashes through the tackle. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Give to the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Gonna run it. It's McCoby. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Leaves it with the running back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They get him.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Trying to punch it in. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They're trying to slam it in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up by 33 over the Sharks. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Going for the big play. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking for space, it's McCovey. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.